some lawyer submitted a brief, filed an actual legal argument with a court on a topic and relied on AI, and it was just categorically wrong. AI got the wrong answer, misinterpreted the legal research. I don't remember exactly how it was, but it was wrong. And the lawyer submitted it, had the wrong authority or the wrong conclusion about what the authority was saying, and got sanctioned. In other words, the court, he got in trouble with the court. No matter what AI says, it's still on the lawyer, still on us to make sure it's accurate. And I'll tell my own war story about that. I was writing a brief. It was due the next day. And as sometimes happens, as I was finalizing everything, I thought, you know what? I'm going to raise a separate issue here on this topic. I'm not just going to include it as a subtopic. I'm going to make it a lead topic. And I was working with a law student, my law clerk, and I said, give me an AI. Let's just see what AI says about this. And we were sort of joking about it. And it cranked out a legal research memo. It analyzed, it was sort of a unique area of Ohio law. It analyzed the Ohio law and listed the cases. It read very clean, and it was a nice little well-written paragraph. And I said, look, but there's this case I just read about and where a lawyer got in trouble, so we have to check all these cases. And I did, and it was wrong. You know, ironically, the AI memo was very helpful to us, but the actual case law that it was citing didn't say what the AI memo said it said. And I don't know why. I got a hunch why, because in law there's like, you know, I can see why it would get confused about how the cases were written. We call it dicta, where the judges are talking about things that aren't really bearing on the point of the case, but they might be side issues. Anyway, it got it wrong. And had I not have read those cases, I would have fallen into that same trap as the lawyers that I was talking about in that other case. So those are the pitfalls of AI. And I can tell when my staff presents me something, whether it's internal, whether it's something to be filed, and I say, you had AI read this or draft this, didn't you? And they say, well, how'd you know? And I can tell because most of the forms, most of the documents in my office that I've used for the last 30 years, I have written.